The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Thursday, the 17th day of July 2025. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. And a big shout out to HSBC Bermuda for ensuring that we are able to pump through the radio airwaves on Hot 107.5 with these most important community conversations. I'm Jamel Hartman, and we'll have a news break a bit later from Maya Palacio. How's everyone feeling today? As the other young folks say, I'm still considered a bit young, but not as young. But the young folks say Friday Junior. Happy Friday Junior to you all. Hopefully everyone is having a great week so far. One more day to go into the traditional work week. If you're a fan or a child or a person from the Eastern Counties teams, Baylor's Bay and Flats, have released their teams as we head into the first Eastern County game of the summer. I saw someone say on social media, to some, Eastern County is bigger than Cop Match. Well, this is true. This is true. Eastern County, when I was a child, was bigger than Cop Match, but I do prefer Cop Match more, and I only probably prefer it more because of the Emancipation Day holiday as of 99. But happy Thursday, everyone, as Suzanne Ingham says. Super awesome Thursday, Jamel and Maya. And we hope you had a wonderful birthday, Suzanne. We didn't forget about you. Hopefully you had a wonderful birthday yesterday. All right. Greetings, everyone. And thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Ravi Cannonier-Watson onto the show. Yet another talented Bermuda. He'll be discussing his dancing journey and performances starting tonight. Dancing Under the Stars. Looking forward to the conversation with Ravi. The Daily Play is a Name That Place today. All right? Don't let me down, audience. Do not let me down. Well, I don't know what the question is going to be. Let me see. Hold on. Don't let me down. This is the most global Bermudian question ever. Don't let me down. All right? Also, another don't forget to subscribe on our website and follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right, let's just jump right into it, folks. We've got Hadley and Swan says, feeling angry that you all were not on yesterday. However, yesterday was Bruce and my 9th anniversary. Well, happy 9th wedding anniversary to you and Bruce Hadeline. Happy 9th anniversary. Audience, give them some love. They made it to 9 years. Congratulations to you both. And I think we had another one. We had another anniversary. To those folks who tune in on the radio, we appreciate you for sure. So thank you for rocking with us. Leonard and Margaret Aswood, they just got married in December, so they're celebrating a 6-month anniversary. So happy 6-month anniversary to Leonard and Margaret Aswood. Many more to you, and many more to you, Cataline and Bruce. Live it up, love it up, and continue to grow, evolve together as the year and times go by. All right, folks, here's the questions of the morning. What are your thoughts on government consulting the public through surveys? And just a simple yes or no, should the government consult the public on everything? Well, I don't get us. And I'll tell you why I don't get us. So we had the minister Minister Diallo Urbane on last week, I believe. And he said that the government was going to do a consultation process about the signs and banners, right? So he did announce that a banners and signs survey was launched. All right. And then there is another survey, a study taking place that the steps to a well Bermuda survey, which is designed to renew Bermuda's health data. It received fewer than 400 participants in a year, despite needing 1,500. So that was another survey. And then the minister, Alexa Lightbourne, has asked residents to complete surveys on the cost of living. So I've seen quite a few people unhappy with the surveys, and they're saying, like, basically, why are they surveying everything? Well, this is not important. Why don't they just do this? And I'm confused because you all know I'm not a government defender at all. I'm not here to pretend or stick up for the government. And I don't think we all should be sticking up or fighting for anyone because every and anyone is not always on the right side. But what do we want as people? What do we really want? Seriously. Your questions of the morning are brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. So, question of the morning, what are your thoughts on government consulting the public through surveys? I mean, I thought it was a good thing. I thought that we wanted to feel involved. Because if they weren't doing this and they were just making decisions, which honestly, you elect them, so you might as well let them govern. That's why I tell you all, you wouldn't want to vote for me because I'm not a true believer in democracy as it is today. If you vote me in, I'm going to do what I believe is best for the country and the people. I don't believe that the majority always believe what's best. I just don't. Right? So, in saying that, I think we're a bit confused as a people as to what we want. Because if we're saying in one breath, they don't listen to us, and in another, they're giving us the opportunity to fill out a survey. No, it'll be one thing if we do these surveys and they don't heed what we say. Right? That's one thing. But to be given the opportunity to participate and then being upset and saying just get it done and this is not important, like someone said, well, all they need to do is enforce the law. Well, if you had the minister on last week, if you heard him, these laws are archaic. Enforcing 40 and 50-year-old laws, why not just update them? And audience, the question of the morning, what are your thoughts on consulting the public through surveys? And yes or no, should the government consult the public on everything? Do you believe that? Do you like this approach? Let's go to Dr. Anthony Richardson. It says, consulting the people creates buy-in. Bermudians become angry when they aren't consulted. Can't have it both ways. This is where I'm confused. This is honestly where I'm confused. I'm like, hold on now. They're literally giving you the opportunity to participate. What? I help me understand. I need someone who disagrees with this to help me understand. Help me understand. Ariana Hudson says, many want to be heard, not particularly involved. Well, what are your thoughts on that, folks? Many want to be heard, but they don't want to be involved. Interesting. Kenton Trott says, my question is simple. Are they actually using the data from the surveys to make decisions, or is it just to say we consulted the public? No, Kenton. No, okay. This is a good question. And I'd say it's a good question because, as I said earlier, maybe if they're doing this and they're not acting on the feedback, people may feel, okay, this is a waste of time. Right? Now, I don't know if that has been the case because, as far as I know, the government does kind of take ideas from even conversations on the Daily Hour, so I've been told. Because, as egotistical as some may seem and be, they know they don't know it all. They just will never admit it out loud. Right? But I agree with what Kenton's saying is like many people probably feel, oh, well, they're not going to listen to us anyway. Well, you know what, folks? I would rather participate and allow that to be the case than not. It's like those folks who say, at least spoil your ballot. This is the analogy to me. At least participate and let them know how you feel. And if they reject it, then you know what to do next time around. But I just don't understand, like, we can't have it both ways. Or we can, but the results will be what the results are. What are your thoughts, though, audience? What do you think? Okay, let's answer this yes or no. Let's answer the yes or no. Should the government consult the public on everything? Like, I mean, everything. Should everything or other specific things that you think they should be the public should be consulted on? Let us know. Dr. Anthony Richardson says, remember, the government is us. We shape the direction of the country. Absolutely. We are the government, and the government is a reflection of us, the community, our desires, right? Suzanne Ingham says, I don't mind the surveys. I want to be a part of the process. I want to make my own decisions on things in my own country, sorry. I will not leave my decisions to government. I just like those spyware cameras, not to the cameras. Not to the cameras. Next. Okay. I'm just reading what I see on screen, folks, for those who are tuned in. Here's the thing. She makes an excellent point. She has a big issue with the cameras, right? The CCTV cameras. And because she has a big issue with the CCTV cameras, right? She's vocal about it. If there's a consultation process, she will be vocal at that point as well. But I'm trying to understand, and again, no one said yes or no. Should the government consult the public on everything? Just a yes or no. Don't be afraid. They're not going to take your mortgage or whatever you're afraid of these days. Yes or no. Should the government consult the public on everything? Should they consult the public on everything? Or are there specific things you feel like they should be the public should be consulted on? Suzanne Ingham says, yes, ask me. I will certainly give my opinion. So she thinks that the public should be consulted on everything. I actually say no. I say no. Here's the thing. They're elected because we believe that they have the capacity to do the job that we're electing them to do. Right? It's like micromanaging, right? We don't want to micromanage the government. If you hire someone to do a job, you don't want them consulting you on everything. You hire them based on their ability to get the job done. Right? So yes or no, should the government consult the public on everything? Polly Rich says no. Dr. Anthony Richardson says not everything. Papa Cheesy says no. Lydia Simmons says no. Suzanne Ingham says yes. The most important issues I have a right to partake in. Okay. Charles H. Jeffers II, he says, I think surveys play a role. But I think it's more valuable to convene a diverse group made up of stakeholders who are supporters and detractors to discuss the issues. More can come out of discussions. Okay. Well, I think Minister Alexa Lightbourne would actually say that she did that with the cost of living summit, that she, got stakeholders together and now she's doing a survey. So I think that would kind of, like, Charles, I'm not sure if that's something you mean, but that would probably be along the lines of what you're explaining. Kenton Trott says, I totally agree with Sir Charles. Should the government consult on everything? What are your thoughts? Or what specific things would you see the government like to see the government consult on? Manuela John says, not everything. Not everything. Ariana Hudson says there are many forms of consultation. Absolutely, there are. Charles just explained another form. Yeah, there are absolutely many forms. Miss Bermuda on Instagram says not everything. Look, consultation doesn't have to involve everyone, and not everything needs many opinions. The waters can get muddy. I understand what the government is trying to do, or at least I believe I do. I believe they're trying to involve the people in how the country operates. I don't think they're doing it necessarily for political reasons, but it has a political purpose because you cannot say you didn't know or were not offered the opportunity to be a part of the process. I believe that this is the way to go. And I'm encouraged that we have the opportunity, should we wish, to participate. Whether it's about, you have people saying, oh, the signs. I'm gonna tell you something that I've seen. I've seen people say, oh, all this we got going on in the country, we're worrying about signs and banners. You see, this is what people are missing with that. Right now, you just have T Street, Paget stoplights. If the government doesn't get a hold of this, they'll be all over the island, everywhere where people see an opportunity. You'll start seeing them on trees on Kinley Field, maybe on the causeway. Trust me. I absolutely agree with the government trying to address it now. And no, like the minister said, it's not about enforcing the law sometimes, because some of these laws are old and archaic. Sometimes it's revisiting a law to see how we can bring it up to date. But folks, none of us have an excuse not to be involved in the process at this point. I understand the concerns that many people have. I do. But come on, man. To sit there and complain that the government is trying to consult the public? Come on, man. Let's do better. Let's go back to the audience. What are your thoughts on the government basically consulting the public through surveys? Like, what are your thoughts on that? Kenton Trott says, I think it's a good idea. They are doing the surveys. Yeah. Dr. Anthony Richardson says, where the country is divided on an issue, this is one area where you leave it to the government. Yeah. Yeah. Papa Cheesy says, again, Brother JH, getting involved is better than assuming what it is and not knowing the government is doing. Absolutely. Absolutely, Papa Cheesy. Get involved. Get involved. And this is where it comes in, where I often say, people like to scream, oh, you got to vote, you better vote. Right? And then they vote and they feel like that's it. The process is more than voting every 4 or 5 years, folks. It takes so much more. Charles H. Jefferson II says, let's take the banners issue. I would love to see promoters sit in a room with those who are vehemently opposed to them to come up with a solution. They are already out of control. Absolutely, Brother Charles. Absolutely. I concur. Get the promoters in a room. Get the business people and the advertisers in the room. The government. I think a conversation's needed and worthy. Get Best, the environmentalists, in there too. What it's doing to the environment. We've got Michael Daniel says the public and area MP need to communicate on a regular basis so that issues of contention can be discussed early in an issue and have I'm just reading what I see on screen. In an issue and have it dealt with effectively. See, I'm different. I want people I hire to work for me. I shouldn't have to see them all the time. Papa Cheesy says advertising is all over the world, but I suggest if they put them, they should pull their advertising down. I don't care what's all over the world. I'm talking about Bermuda. I don't want to see Bermuda fill up billboards and nasty things all over the place. And I was a person who wrote a business plan who wanted to do that. And then it was, explained to me why it's against the law. And I understand it. It's funny because in one breath, we want to be like everywhere else in the world. In another, we don't. But hey, one thing about us Bermudians, and I love us, we are one of the most comfortable groups in our hypocrisy. We are very comfortable in our hypocrisy when it suits us. All right. Well, we've got some. The audience is saying congratulations to Headley and Bruce Swan. Kenton Trot says, congrats, Mr. and Miss Swan. They celebrated their 9th anniversary. Suzanne Ingham says, happy 9th anniversary, Heads and Bruce. Heads and Bruce. She's heads. 16th July is an awesome day to get married. Well, why is it an awesome day? What happened on that day? Charles H. Jeffs II also says, happy anniversary, Bruce and Headleen. All right. So, folks, we're going to go to the Daily Hour news break. And after that, don't forget, we've got a very special guest. We've got Ravi Cannonier-Watson coming on from, it's going to be talking about Under the Stars, doing a event tonight, and then his dancing journey. But folks, do not go anywhere. In the meantime, if you just tuned in, you're rocking with us, do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Make sure you share the conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues. And we're going to show some love first to Titan Express and Secure for underwriting and ensuring that we can have these daily discussions with you on a daily basis.
The daily discussion is brought to you by Titan Express and Secure. Visit TitanEXBDA.com, your leading tour and transport provider specializing in Black History tours throughout the island. And SecureBDA.com for all your property management, waste management, residential, and commercial trucking needs. Professional, punctual, and reliable service is our commitment to you.
All right, let's get to the Daily Hour news break.
Good morning, good morning. This is your Daily Hour news break brought to you by the good people at People's Pharmacy. From lip scrub to sunblock and everything in between, our summer giveaway is packed with things you love. Follow People's BDA on TikTok and Instagram, tag 2 of your besties, and share it to win the Beach Ready bundle. While the countdown to cup match is on, the rain seems to be off. Bermuda, we're bracing for a dry summer stretch. Most homes rely on rainwater collection, and when the skies stay clear, that puts extra pressure on the island's water trucking services and public supply systems. So the government has asked that we monitor our water supply. Now, Minister Jashay Adams has said this is not about alarm, it's about preparation, and that a bit of planning today can prevent unnecessary disruption tomorrow. In other news, unfortunately, even with all the notices from police to stay alert and slow down, there have been more collisions as early as this week. In the latest, 2 were taken to the hospital after reported 3-vehicle collision on the causeway. Apparently, the collision involved a water truck and 2 cars. The driver and passenger of one of the cars, understood to be a 56-year-old Hamilton Parish woman and an 81-year-old Hamilton Parish woman, respectively, were hurt. Both women were transported to the hospital via ambulance for treatment of injuries that at last check were described as non-life-threatening. At this time, it is unconfirmed whether or not the occupants of the water truck or the other car involved sustained any injuries. Traffic in the area was disrupted for approximately 2.5 hours while the scene was processed. Videos circulating the island from the collision showed persons dragging their luggage, possibly trying to make it to the airport on foot due to the blockage of the crash. Moreover, in distressing news, police are investigating an attempted robbery which took place at the Inksmith tattoo shop on King Street in the city of Hamilton on Monday. 2 suspects, one armed with a knife and both wearing all black clothing and black helmets with dark-tinted visors, entered the shop just as it was about to close for the day. One of the suspects threatened a male employee before they left empty-handed. And looking into sports, Bermuda is making waves at the 2025 Island Games in Orkney with several standout performances. Taylor Corrick secured a silver medal in the men's squash, marking Bermuda's first podium finish at the Games. In golf, 18-year-old Sienna is currently holding third place and has broken a Bermuda course record with an impressive 65 in round 2. Both the men's and women's football teams are advancing strong, heading into the semi-finals today on July the 17th. And as for your weather, it's looking like more sun than clouds. You might get some showers later toward the evening, and we have a high of 89 degrees. That's all for your news break this morning. I'm Maya Palacio. Back to the studio.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Maya. You know what? We're going to be discussing on the show going forward that whole causeway situation. Yeah. I know after Hurricane Fabian, we discussed in 2003, we discussed we need alternative routes to the only airport. We're going to discuss that in subsequent episodes. Keep that in mind. Make sure I don't forget. Days of the year, folks. For those online streaming, watching the show, you know what today is? Well, for those on radio too, but it's World Emoji Day. Yeah, July 17th, it's World Emoji Day. So I'm going to ask you all, what is your favorite emoji? What is your my favorite emoji? The emoji I use the most is the black heart. People always wonder why I use the black heart. And I think it was Dr. King who said, everything black is bad. We wear black to funerals, right? But white to weddings. White seen as pure and black seen as dirty. And so when I put a heart, I put it because black love is the most beautiful thing you'll experience in life, man. That's my favorite emoji, the black heart. What's yours, audience? Roselda Severin says the dancing emoji. Okay, she's a dancer. Charles rolling his eyes. Oh, that's your emoji, Charles? I can't see you rolling your eyes in person. I didn't know. Yeah, what's your favorite emoji? Nicole Walker's favorite emoji is the crying laughter. Okay. Crying laughter. Who else? Come on, it's emoji day. What's your favorite emoji? Audience, give it to us. What is your favorite emoji? I know you all use emojis because all you do is spend all day on WhatsApp talking to your friends and family. Come on now. Dr. Anthony Richardson says the laughing emoji. We've got the hug and prayer, the hands clasped by Manuela John. Okay. What else, audience? Come on. All of you spend all day on WhatsApp texting. Don't act brand new. Don't act brand new. You know what you do. All right. But what's your favorite emoji? We've got Suzanne Ingham. She says the crying laughter, the heart, the hands clasped, and the blue, dark blue, and light blue hearts. Well, Suzanne, we definitely believe you because we see those hearts, especially since July 1st. We see them. Papa Cheesy has a bunch of emojis. I don't even know what they are, but he's got the eye, he's got the dove, he's got the salute, he's got the Bermuda flag, he's got the beach. All right. Who else? Anyone else? World Emoji Day. Let's do this. Since it's World Emoji Day, why don't you all do one thing? Send your favorite emoji to your favorite person. Just send it to them. Even if you haven't spoken yet today, just send it to them. And tell us what their response is. Send them your favorite emoji. Kia Renee BDA says, that one's one of my favorites. Also the sun and the smile without the cheesing and the thumbs up. I just read something about the thumbs up emoji that Gen Z is hated or something. Yeah, Gen Z is hate the thumbs up. I'll have to read about it. All right, folks, we got to take a quick break. And after this break, we've got Ravi coming on. Ravi Cannonier-Watson is coming on. Ravi, check the private chat. I've sent you a message. We'll have him on after this break. So stick with us.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose People's, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it People's, I call it my one-stop shop in the city. People's, we're here for you.
Bermuda holidays are a time when we celebrate our community, traditions, and the beauty of Bermuda. HSBC is deeply rooted in the community and proud once again to be the lead sponsor of Cup Match. Somerset! St. George's!
St. George's.
Whether you're heading east to watch Cup Match in person or spending time camping, boating, swimming, or simply relaxing, no matter which team you choose, Cup Match is one of the most spectacular and energizing events, bringing the entire island together in celebration of Emancipation Day and Mary Prince Day. Wishing all of Bermuda a happy Cup Match from HSBC, and may the best team win.
Somerset! St. George's.
HSBC, opening up a world of opportunity.
96 degrees, real hot, oh yes.
Summer's heating up, but your home, it can chill. BAC is turning down the heat with 20% off Carrier X-Power mini split AC units. They're sleek, whisper quiet, and smart thanks to energy-saving inverter technology. New install, upgrade, doesn't matter. Just don't miss out. For a limited time, get 20% off when you pay with cash, credit, or debit.
96 degrees, real hot.
Swing by BAC on Mill Creek Road today.
Take a look at our walkway for construction workers and tradesmen. Durable, stretchable in all the right places, and plenty of options for tools and accessories. Paired with our wide range of tough and comfortable footwear, you can't go wrong. As you can see, Medical House really is a one-stop shop for everybody. We can't wait to see you.
See it all at our new expanded location on Bakery Lane.
Discover Drop It, your go-to grocery delivery. Browse and select from a wide range of groceries, from fresh produce to daily essentials. Our friendly drivers deliver fresh groceries to your door fast, saving you time and hassle. With Drop It, you get fresh groceries delivered fast, so you can focus on what really matters. Drop It, freshness at your doorstep, delivered to your door with Lindo's. Why go anyplace else?
All righty. Welcome back to the big show, folks. Jamal Hartman here. It's the Daily Hour, brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House, Lindo's, People's Pharmacy, and a big thank you to HSC Bermuda as well for ensuring that we are able to pump through the radio airwaves on Hot 107.5 with these most important community conversations. Folks, do us a favor. If you haven't already, whatever platform you may be streaming on social media, whether it's YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, LinkedIn, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like, share the conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues, and since it's World Emoji Day, share it with an emoji. Don't forget to subscribe on our website as well, and follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right, folks, without further ado, let's bring in our very special guest for the day. We've got Ravi Cannonier-Watson. He is a dancing sensation, and I'm excited. Folks, get your questions ready. We had a talented young singer on Tuesday, and we have a talented dancer on today. I might just start singing and dancing by the end of this show. Let's give a warm TDH welcome to Ravi. Ravi, how are you, sir?
I'm good, thank you. Good morning. Good morning.
First off, thank you for joining us so early in the morning.
Well, thank you for having me.
No problem. We like this. You know what? I don't do much as far as booking guests for the show. I just have to do my research and entertain you. So when I get the list of people who are going to be on the show, like the days and times, I look, I'm like, oh, this is a first. We've got back-to-back guests of talented people. Just gonna put me in my place. Now I can't dance. I can't dance. So after this show, I might be reaching out to you to help me get a little two-step in place. But
No worries, no worries. I can sort that for you.
taught me. Okay, thank you. He's all right. But before we jump into the conversation, it's World Emoji Day. What's your favorite emoji, Ravi?
Oof. I mean, I love the sun one. I love the sun emoji.
Okay.
Yeah, because my name means the sun in Hindi. So.
All right. Speaking of that, someone just sent me the sun emoji during the commercial break. And I was just like, okay. They must be tuned into the show. But again, thank you for doing this. Before we jump into the conversation about what we're going to discuss today, just tell the audience a bit about yourself and your background.
So my name is Ravi Cannonier-Watson. I've been dancing since I was 9 years old. I originally actually started off playing football. So I was playing for Devonshire Colts here in Bermuda, whilst I was simultaneously doing ballet as well. But there came a point when I was around 10 years old where I had to make a decision between the two because I love football. I love football. I still love football today. But I had to make a choice. I was very torn between the two. But I went with my heart, and my heart followed the dance. And I think from that point on, that's been one of the best decisions I've ever made because it's taken me all around the world and it's led me to meet people, so many amazing and incredible dancers, and beautiful human beings as well. Just I've got friends in every corner of the globe just through, doing what I do. So it's really amazing.
That's so interesting. And audience, you get what I'm saying. It's so interesting because so many young people grow up and they just want football, 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 or cricket. Like when I was young, it was football or cricket. But I think the fact that you were exposed to other things, and Larry Marshall Jr., one of our colleagues on the show, says it all the time: expose your children to as many things as possible, not just the things that you think they like or should be. So because you were exposed to it, you fell in love with it, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I was homeschooled. So I had my parents threw me into everything. I was doing karate, sailing, art, archery, football, ballet. I was doing all of these things because I had a little bit more time in the day. And I'm so grateful that I did that because I found what I wanted to do as a life career at such a young age. And I owe my parents that because they've put me on a path and I've just had my head down since I was 11 years old, and I'm really, really grateful and thankful that they've allowed me to have that experience, and I wouldn't be who I am, where I am without them. So
absolutely. So Ravi, you're performing in the upcoming, it starts tonight actually, the Dancing Under the Stars showcase.
Yes.
What can you tell us about the event and what it means for you to be a part of it?
So tonight we're dancing at the Rosewood up in Tucker's Point. It's just been absolutely amazing. The organization, the support we've had from Rosewood, and Melody, who's the owner of the events organization. It means so much to me as much as it does to my family, because this is something that I've wanted to do just to kind of as a give back to my community that supported me in my the beginning of my career so far, and all throughout school. That the 8 years I did at school, I really have not done this alone. I am the vessel of the support that I've had from this tiny island, which isn't so tiny in terms of support and passion that we have for the arts. But this is my give back to the community that's helped me so much. So, and I hope to make this a yearly thing every summer.
Audience, were you familiar with Under the Stars? Had anyone heard of it? Is anyone attending? Let us know. So it starts tonight.
Yes.
And it goes until when?
So tonight in terms of today or the next day?
The next day.
The next day. So we've got one performance tonight at the Rosewood up in Tucker's Point, and then we've got another show tomorrow night at City Hall Earl Cameron Theatre. Both shows are separate. The one at Tucker's Point, up at Rosewood is a club members only, so people who are staying with the hotel or are club members, as I said. But the one at City Hall is more general public. Unfortunately, at the moment, most tickets are sold out. We managed to sell out the City Hall in 2 weeks.
Wow.
And we are trying to get a screen
Mhm.
of some sort for anyone who wishes to come see. That would be completely free, but we're going to put a screen outside of City Hall, hopefully, for people who you could sit in the grass outside of City Hall and watch
Mhm.
what's going on inside without having to pay a penny.
Wow.
But that's the plan. But we're
Wow.
not with it. We still not got that set up, but we're hopefully gonna get that sorted.
Wow. We've got a couple of people. Suzanne Ingham said no, she wasn't familiar, and Nika de Shields said she had never heard of it. Well, they have today. This is why the Daily Hour exists. But Ravi, I'm listening to you, and we had Soleil Richardson on, who is also a talented dancer, last month. And as she was talking, and as I researched you, I'm just like, man, the discipline like it takes to do this. I
Mm,
can't remember a two-step, let alone all the things that you all do.
mm,
Preparing for a performance like this or any performance takes serious discipline, and I don't think people truly understand that.
mm.
What has your training and rehearsal process been like, leading up, not just to tonight and other like this weekend's performance, but in performances in general?
I mean, it's the art form is just straight discipline. You have to stay on top of your physical. You just have to stay on top of your fitness. There's no there's no other way to get, you can't ease your way. You can't find a shortcut in this art form. You have to put the work in every day. Um, because it's very unforgiving, very demanding.
Mm,
But at the same time, it goes hand in hand. It is the most rewarding thing I've felt in any ways. The hearing an audience's applause after you've just poured your heart out is not there's nothing quite like it. It is a feeling that is not from this world, and that's what I work for.
mm,
That feeling that comes and goes, and when it arrives, it leaves an impact. It really does leave an impact, and it no matter how hard things were before, you were going through a rough patch, it makes it all worth it, because that's the work you put in to receive this moment, that moment that you're in.
it
So
did.
that's what keeps the discipline going. You stay on top of yourself so you can then, you know, feel it down. You can feel that moment of just ethereal bliss.
Yeah. Yeah. For those tuned in on the radio, we're talking to Ravi Cannonier-Watson, sorry, Bermudian dancer. He'll be performing Dancing Under the Stars for private members at Rosewood tonight, and then City Hall nearly sold out tomorrow. But Ravi, dance is such a powerful form of expression.
Mm.
What message or emotion are you hoping to share through your performances?
I mean, first and foremost, I think I just like to show the hard work that been put in, that I've put in for the last 9 years of my life.
Mm,
Um, I really just want that's the first thing, first and foremost. Um, but I think I just want to show my passion for dance, and I've brought people with me that I've met along the way. I've brought my girlfriend with me, a friend of mine who I've known for the last 10 to 11 years.
mhm,
People I've met along the way and have impacted me in lifelong ways
mhm,
that it's going to be such a beautiful performance. Both performances I feel just very emotional for me,
mhm,
because this is something I've always wanted to do, come back to the island that supported me from such a young age,
mhm.
and just pour my heart out and just kind of give thanks.
Yeah, absolutely, Ravi. We've got some comments coming in, and audience, I'll get through your comments and questions. But Emily Gildill says, "Love this. Thank you for keeping the arts alive in Bermuda." Rosalind Famous says, "Congratulations on creating another Cannonair legacy in Bermuda Ballet." They love you. As a Bermudian artist, how do you see dance contributing to the island's creative scene? And what advice would you give to other young dancers who are trying to follow in kind of your footsteps?
Mm. First and foremost, I would say dance is an outlet for anybody. You don't have to be a professional dancer to just express yourself. I think anybody can dance. Dance should not be subjected to the ones who put in, who do this, who do training, who want to chase it professionally. It should be something that we can all share together. And that's something I firmly believe. Um, and my advice for the younger generations coming up, I'd say just if you really want to dance, go for it. Don't let the tiny island that we live on stop you from, chasing a big dream.
Mhm,
Because yeah, yes, we live on a small island, but
mhm.
we're not small people.
Yeah,
We shouldn't be hidden from the world. We should be able to show our talent because, like everybody else, we are just, if not more, talented and have more passion than people from outside and outside the island. What gives us the reason to feel smaller than the rest of the world?
absolutely.
So I think we have so much young budding talent in
Mhm.
on this island, and I think we just need more mentors. We need more mentors. We need more people leading the way, and I think I would like to be one of those people to then hopefully set off a cyclical generation of just people growing up on the island, finding their passion, and then heading back, leaving, and then coming back, and then it just repeats itself. I want to be one of the people who starts that and gets that going again.
Indeed. Love it, Ravi. I love it. We've got a question from the audience. Charles H. Jeffers II, he's asking, there are not many males in dance. Why is that? And what can be done to expose more males to this art form?
Hmm. Good question. Good question. I did think that when I first started at 11, I was the only boy in my well, when I first started off, I was the only boy in my class here in Bermuda. But then later on, another two or three joined, but then they were kind of in and out and weren't really in it as much as I wanted to be.
Mhm,
Um, so for me being in Bermuda, yes, it was a rarity. It was a real rarity to see any other males dancing. However, when I left the island to then go audition for the Royal Ballet School, I was met with the statistic when I didn't meet everyone and I didn't see everybody in the same room, but when I first auditioned, I learned that there was 2,500 boys, yeah, 11-year-olds auditioning for 11-year-old boys auditioning for White Lodge
mm,
when I was 11 years old. And for me, that was a real eye opener
mhm,
just to know that there was that many boys out there that wanted to do dance the same as me.
mhm,
And I think as I've gone along, it is actually it is getting closer and closer on a global scale.
mhm,
I think it is getting closer and closer to 50-50 in dance.
mm,
Obviously, there are still majority women, but I think as times are kind of progressing, we're
mhm,
seeing a lot more men go into dance. And I think Bermuda, we've got a lot of really talented male dancers,
mm.
I
In-
think. And I mean, like I said before, let's not let this tiny island stop us from getting out there.
yeah. Audience, if you have any more questions or comments for Ravi, send them through. Charles H. Jeffers II, he says, NFL Hall of Famer famously used ballet to help him with the agility needed when he used in his Hall of Fame career, which he used,
Mm.
sorry, in his Hall of Fame career. Speak about how dance actually helps improve people beyond dance.
Mm. Sorry, you said
How
how dance.
how certain forms of dance actually improve people beyond dance. Like it's not just like
Mm.
stage. He's saying that people used it ballet to help with agility,
Yeah,
help with exercise and the like. Right?
yeah. I mean, ballet, any form of dance, but I feel ballet for me is the quintessential way for you to realign yourself and to really get to know your body.
Mm,
I think if you've never done ballet before and you go and take your first ballet class, you'll always leave feeling, oh, I didn't know I had that muscle. I didn't know, I didn't know that was there. I didn't know that I could use it like that. You really, you go within yourself, and that's why it's such a raw and just beautiful art form because it is you. You are it. There is no fake. There's no editing, there's no AI, there's nothing. It is you. It is just you, and it is what your body is capable of. And that's the beautiful thing, because everyone who does ballet is just you are just giving yourself to the audience. You're going within yourself and you're grabbing what is in your heart and you're laying it on the stage. And that's what I love so much about it, because you can be true. You can be true, and it doesn't matter what you look like, how you dance, where you've come from. As long as you have that passion, the same as everybody else, there's there's no stopping you, and no one should feel judged or shy, or it's one of those things that should be freeing. Um,
Yeah.
no, absolutely. So, but it really there are so many health benefits as well,
Mhm.
and I could go on and on, but
I
yeah.
love that you can go on because it's not this is a passion. This is your life. This is and speaking of that, I mean, is there a ceiling? Like how far when you think of what you have accomplished and what you'd like to accomplish, where do you want is it Broadway? Is it your own show global? Like how far do you want to take dancing?
I want to go as far as I possibly can. I want to go until my body gives out on me.
Mm,
Um, I think first and foremost with my career, I would love to. I mean, will work day in day out to achieve the rank of principal,
mm,
which is the highest rank you can get in as a dancer. Um, but I think post career, I would love to, like I was saying, really come back to Bermuda and just get things going,
mhm,
get the dance world going, and put Bermuda on the map for dance, and start a new generation of dancers, young dancers coming through the island, and just keep it going for generations to come. But short term, midterm, short term for my career, I'm focusing on that at the moment and just doing the best I can every day, improving as much as I can day by day,
mhm.
and just growing as an artist.
Alrighty. Charles H. Jeffs II, he says, one of my favorite movies is Billy Elliot,
Mm,
which is about a boy and his love for dance.
mm,
Ravi, who is some dancers that you looked up to? Some people that you said, you know what, motivate me, and I want to be like that person. Were there
mm.
any dancers that you kind of said that's those are the people right there?
Yeah, absolutely. Um, the really cool thing is I am actually dancing with them today, because I am now with the Royal Ballet Company, and being at the Royal Ballet School, you look up to those in the company as professionals. And for me now to be colleagues with my idols,
Mm,
eh, it still baffles me today. I'm dancing with the people that 11-year-old me would never have thought in a million years he would be standing next to at the bar dancing with. It's I'm still it takes me by surprise sometimes, just to once I take a step back and realize the situation, my current situation, it bewilders me, and I'm very very grateful that this is where I am, this is what I'm doing, and the hard work that I put in has paid off, and
mhm,
it's not done. I'm not done yet. I'm
uh,
not done yet. I'm only getting started. I've graduated school, but I've prestiged and I've gone back down to zero. I'm back at the bottom of the barrel, and I've got to climb my way up again in the professional world.
yeah,
So I'm just taking as much as I can from the higher ups, the ones I looked up to, and who are guiding me and giving me tricks, tips, advice. Um, and yeah, I'm just trying to improve day by day, year by year, and just get better as a dancer, as an artist, and just keep growing.
indeed. Angie Hubbard says Bermuda is in for an incredible display of talent. So thrilled to see dance thriving in Bermuda. Manuela John says, have you been to the dance schools in Bermuda to encourage males to dance?
Mm, very good question. Yes, so I've because I've been away, it's been very difficult for me to get back uh, during the year, just because of the school breaks, and also this year I've only had one long break, which has been this summer. I've not actually been back to Bermuda since last August. So for me, it's been very difficult to get back here, but hopefully, um, in years to come, I should be able to come back a bit more. Um, if not, it'll be in the summer. But in the past, been, I have been to one of the dance schools here in Bermuda, and I have been, I've had a couple of conversations with one of the dancers, one of the male dancers with one of the schools, and it was very eye-opening for me because I felt that me being exposed to so much outside on the outside world, I felt that, oh, go, this is common, not this is common knowledge, with the things I was saying to this dancer I was speaking with, and I almost had to take a step back because I know in Bermuda we don't have that exposure,
Mhm.
and that again, that's the reason why I want to bring my knowledge. I want to bring people, my friends, I have loads of male dancer friends that I could bring here to Bermuda to show the youth
Mhm.
what else is out there, and that they don't have to feel like they have to hide away just because there's not many of us.
Yeah.
Just the fact alone that there isn't many of us should mean, go out there. No one's judging. No
Yeah.
one's judging you. Go show yourself. It's a beautiful opportunity to show when you're in such a minority,
Mhm.
you're not in a big group of comparison. You can just go out there and just
Mhm.
show yourself and be passionate about what you love.
Changing narratives through performance, quality performance. Ravi, finally, where can people see you perform or follow your journey, support your work beyond
Mhm.
Dancing Under the Stars?
I have Instagram. It's Raj C Watson, RAJC Watson. I post. I don't normally post too much, but anytime I have a performance or I have pictures from a performance, I tend to post them on there. Hopefully, coming up next season, starting in August, I'll be performing a little bit more with the company, so I'll have a few more pictures and videos coming up. But it would be very I'd be very privileged and grateful to have support over there. Um, yeah, really, that's all.
Ravi, thank you so much, man. This is awesome. I hope that your journey inspires others. I know someone tuned in today, whether on radio or on stream, says, you know what? My son, my nephew, my brother, my cousin, he's got some rhythm. Let me take
Mm,
him around to see this performance on the grass
mhm.
on City Hall since it's sold out. You never know who you're inspiring. So I think thank you for sharing your journey. All the best going forward. Blessings to your
Thank you.
family for the support that they've given you. And please keep in touch because we want to follow your journey and make sure we're doing our part to support you as well. Thank you, Ravi. And we'll be in touch.
Thank you very much.
You're the best.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Ravi Cannonier-Watson, folks, thank you so much. Again, if you appreciated that conversation, whether you're on stream, Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter, X, Instagram, give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and wrap it up for you. You don't want to miss this because I want to see if you all Bermudians pay attention. It's a name that plays. Stick with us.
Considering the increasing challenges faced by financial institutions, the need for insurance protection is a critical component of the risk management framework. At Friesenbrook, our priority is to safeguard your assets with the most optimal, cost-effective risk management cover to help protect your business, whether it be cyber, directors and officer liability, professional indemnity, or property insurance. Call us on 296-3600 to learn more about our full suite of competitive corporate insurance products. At Friesenbrook, we provide insurance you can count on.
Dreaming of expanding your business? With BDC's Loan Guarantee Program, we support your ambitions. Get up to 75% guarantee on bank or credit union loans up to $300,000. Just your vision and our support. Apply today and unlock new business opportunities. BDC. Bermuda business starts here.
Looking for the best care for your pets? Nova's Ark Feed and Supply has everything you need, from top quality foods to toys and supplies. We've got it all. Join our frequent buyer program and earn rewards every time you shop. Plus, we've been awarded the Clever Customer Initiative program for helping you save more. And don't forget, we open an hour early on Saturdays so you can get a head start on your pet care. Visit us today or shop online for easy pickup or delivery. Your pets will thank you.
Alrighty, welcome back. Thanks so much to Ravi Cannonier-Watson. Definitely, I love when younger folks are doing what they love to do, especially at the highest level. I really do. And big up to his mom for reaching out and giving us the opportunity to have a conversation and engage with Ravi. And Sophia Cannonier says, stay tuned for the live link for the performances. We will definitely do that. By the way, I did forget to ask Ravi one question. I forgot to ask him what his cot match team is. But I am proud to confirm that he is a St. George's fan. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a St. George's fan. So love to hear it, Ravi. Glad tickets are sold because Somerset folks might hate and try to do things. But thank you so much to Ravi, and a big shout out again. If you haven't already, whatever platform you're on, make sure you help us beat the algorithm so that as many Bermudians as possible have access to talented Bermudians like Ravi and their stories. So Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitter X, Instagram, give us that like, love, follow, share the link with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Thanks again to the BAC group of companies, Medical House Lindos, People's Pharmacy, and of course, HSBC for ensuring that we can pump through the radio airwaves with these most important community conversations. Folks, it is time for the Daily Play brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, audience, are you ready? It's a name that place. Bermudians, don't let us down. Don't let us down. Here we go. Name that place. Audience, what is New York City's largest borough by area? It's not Manhattan. It's not Manhattan. By area. I thought this was easy. You all better get on Google. It's not the Bronx. It is Queens Charles H. Jefferson II. It is Queens Karen Simmons. Long Island is not a borough of New York City. Dorian, it is Queens, Dr. Andy Richardson. It is Queens, Nika de Shields. It is not Brooklyn. I've never been to New York. Know nothing about it, Suzanne Ingham. Wow. Are you the first Bermudian who I've come across who's never been to New York? Now you've got me asking. Audience, have you ever been to New York? Yes or no? Yes or no? Have you ever been to New York City? Wow. Suzanne, that's nothing to be ashamed about. I'm actually, wow. A Bermudian who's never been to New York. That's impressive. That's impressive because so many people, it was just a quick flight and they would just go. Well, Karen Simmons says, yes. Ben, Dr. Anthony Richardson, yes. Jewel Eve, yes. Manuela John, yes. NTS, yes. Absolutely, yes, says Michelle Doors. Lorna Minus, yes. Charles H. Jefferson II is asking, has she ever left Bermuda? Yeah, she used to live in California, I believe she shared with us before. Do fish swim? Of course, says Adeline Swan. Yes, Richard Scott. Yes, lived there for a year, says Carmi. And we've got yes, Polly Rich. Yeah, I actually, Queens is the biggest borough, by the way. And I think I've lived in Brooklyn and Queens. And I would say Brooklyn, I loved, but a bit too busy. Queens so much bigger. I absolutely loved living in Queens. I forget the area I lived in, what it was called. But it was really nice. It was really nice. Emily Gail Dill says yes. Worked there twice. But yes, the largest borough in New York City by What did it say? Area is Queens, is Queens. All right, let's wrap it up, folks. All right. First off, regarding this morning's discussion, folks, we can't have it both ways. We can't have it both ways. We can't want the government to engage us, and then when they try to engage us, get mad at them for trying to engage us. Like, we can't have it both ways. You all know me. I am not a defender of the government. I will always be on the side of conscience and what I believe is right versus wrong. I appreciate the government actually creating these opportunities for public consultation. However, I also am a believer that if I'm electing you to do a job, then just do it. But they're giving you, the people, what you've asked for. So it's up to you how you proceed. Also, if the government makes the information that was shared public in these surveys, transparency, then I would hope that the people aren't left feeling like it was a waste of their time in the end. As far as the conversation with Ravi, just an amazing, amazing young man. Sophia Cannonier says there's free workshops with all of the dancers at the Work Academy School Hall on Saturday, July 20th from 10 to 12:30 p.m. So anyone interested, please check out Work Academy this Saturday, July 20th, 10 to 12:30. I love to see young people, as I said, thriving in spaces that they're passionate about, that they want to be in, and that they love. And this is yet another story of a young person thriving in a space in which they love. I hope that his journey is able to inspire not just young people, but even some of us who are a bit on the older side. Yeah. Thrive in something you're passionate about. Find a way. I remember, and I'm going to share this story, a young person saying to me that they wanted to major in theater. And they said, well, my parents didn't want me to major in theater because they said there's no careers here in Bermuda to do that. What I love about Ravi's parents is that that was not something that held them back from pushing and encouraging him to achieve what he wanted to in dance. We no longer live in a time where it's just about what may be available in Bermuda. The world is open. If someone wants to do theater or dance, support them. If you're able. Congratulations to Ravi, and much success to him in the future. All right, time for your daily inspiration, folks. Here we go. You know, we often get told that we should forget the past and keep moving forward. I actually believe that sometimes you have to circle back and circle the block to unlock the true potential at what could have been. Yeah, indeed. Folks, if you haven't already, make sure you give us a like, love, follow, share the link with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Do not forget to subscribe on our website and follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical Halls, Lindos, and People's Pharmacy, for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis, as well as HSBC for ensuring that we're able to pump through the radio airwaves on Hot 107.5 with these most important community conversations. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you tomorrow. I'm Jamel Hartman. Please do make it a safe and a great day. We are out. Peace.